Welcome to the channel. Vinyl spins, we're grabbing them at random. 3, 2, 1.
I have a record here from North Sumatra, Indonesia. Suarasama, which means melody listen. And it's called Sunrise Above the Clouds. You see the cool cover? It looks like 3D, but it's not really. The front is different than the back. It's got this sort of offset print. I don't know if you can see that, but it's sort of psychedelic. Their names down here. And they are ethnologists and they write in a traditional style, which is sort of a jungle folk style of Indonesia. It's slightly modernized because it's hypnotic and it's got nods to Africa and Asia. So I consider it a hybrid. And it's gentle and healing, sort of a droney record with acoustic guitar, Malaysian gambas, which is a lute, and mandolin, oud, and a self-made saz guitar. Percussion is African djembe and Indian shirt tree box. Lyrics are sung in Indonesian, and it's blissful and contemplative. Lots of memorable moments from frenetic, sort of spiritual song cycles with pagan themes. And it is a good listen. I also have an international choice here called Sirom. This is a double record as well. It's called The Liquefied Throne of Simplicity from 2022. You notice the shark cover. It's like a happy shark with big lips. These guys are Slovenian, and it's a combination of folk, classical, jazz, and traditional with international references. Again, they have self-made instruments as well, along with the ocriana, the mizmar, and the balafon, also the ribab, and the whole thing is treated with subtle synths, banjo, and hurdy-gurdy. So there's a lot going on here. And the range is amazing from aggressive rock to sweet vocal folk melodies with a very strong rhythmic element. It's recorded very simply with deep resonance. And it's sort of got the drone of the Kosmische German movement. With songs like Wilted Superstition, Engaged in Copulation. It's got a transformative quality as well. I consider both these records international hybrids. And those are my listens.
Music by people who were definitely hopped up on goofballs. Uh, this is the Jackofficers, the project by Gibby Haynes and Jeff Pincus from the Butthole Surfers, way back in the late 80s, early 90s, to make house music. They do. It's kind of big, dumb, and fun. These are state-of-the-art computer graphics, but circa 35 years ago. And the same thing is true of the sampling. It's got a very sort of primeval quality to it. So they'll get lots of chirps, woofs, whistles, and idiotic choral sort of passages. And there's also great samples from the Prisoner. There's great samples from the Prisoner, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and a Hawaiian children's record. Anyway, just to give you an idea of sort of the sort of waters of dumbness that are being charted here, we've got Lovomaniac, LA Mama Peanut Butter, Ventricular Refibrillation, and Don't Touch That. So yeah, Butthole Surfers doing house music. Item two, I also consider to be all-American. It's the Dirtbombs, Detroit's own Dirtbombs. Awesome, largely cover album, Ultra Glide in Black. I say largely cover because I think there's one or two originals on here, but it's all pirated anyway. So they're not really. I just noticed that there's absolutely no writing credits or anything for the for Curtis Mayfield or Marvin Gaye or anything like that. But I don't think anybody. They should be big enough for the big soul-stealing corporations to hunt down, but in fact, they remain an underappreciated national treasure. Dirtbombs have two drummers, uh, two bassists, and guitar, and are led by Mr. Mick Collins. Fabulous album has Underdog, which is a not Thin Lizzy but Phil Lynott song. Living for the City, which is um, Stevie Wonder, Kung Fu, Curtis Mayfield. So all of these songs are pretty much these rocked out versions of classic soul. They really deliver lots of great energy and you know,
Okay, my first record is Husker Du's New Day Rising from 1985. This is one of their best, if not the best, along with the previous album, Zen Arcade. Uh, they had prior to this, they were a hardcore band from Minneapolis. This, though, they had begun to transition into their sort of final form, which set the template for alternative rock for the rest of the 80s and into the 90s. And this album is sort of a halfway point between those two poles, and it's the perfect mix of noisy hardcore and pop sensibilities. And Rolling Stone described this record as a fleet of garbage trucks singing the Beach Boys, which sounded just about right to me. So this record is full of classic Husker Du songs. The title song itself, which wrings a ton of emotion out of just repeating these three words over and over again. And then the all-time classic Celebrated Summer, which even all these years later still makes me choke up. Okay, second record is Riot's Fire Down Under from 1981. This is an overlooked heavy metal classic, capital H, capital M. These guys were from New York, and these guys were like our version of, they were like an American new wave of British heavy metal band. And as such, this is comparable to the first couple Iron Maiden records, or what Judas Priest was doing back at this time. It is great all the way around. There's varied songs, hooks you'll be humming for days afterward. It's hard-edged, so hard-edged that their record company dropped them. Actually, Capitol Records dropped them, but Elektra picked it up. But yeah, hard-edged but melodic. Some songs are definitely kind of like closer to bluesy hard rock. Some are almost speed metal or power metal. First song on the record is called Swords and Tequila, which is basically about what you think it's about. This is just a fist-pumping anthem. This is a close to perfect metal record, traditional heavy metal record, and it's pretty much mandatory.
what's that animal on the cover?
I think his name was Johnny. He was like some sort of humanoid seal pup. Just super like what the fuck weird.
Motley Crue? No, because it would be Motley Crue. Motley Crue. Motley Crue. The Jackofficers.
Does Gibby sing in that project?
On one song. Otherwise, it's all samples.
Well, I have a couple records before this, and this one comes together a lot better. They also have a new record, which is a double record.
I love that cover.
Feel intimidated by the cover. You're gonna kiss me, I don't like that. He's gonna bite me, don't like that. I mean, look at the eyes. Some
Those
more.
are old dead eyes.
The amazing thing, like, this might be the best of their covers. This guy was on all of their covers, and they were all terrible. Detroit,
Detroit.
Detroit,
Detroit.
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 Motor City, baby.